Thank you for subscribing, by the way. I see that you're new here, and I'm sure by now you're wondering, Nick, I got a question for you. Why is it at the end of most of your videos you say something like, I'm ignorant, but I am open-minded? Why do you say that? Okay, I'll tell you why, because this is important to the identity of my channel. See, it's like this concept. I am very vocal too about the fact that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not here to teach anybody anything. I'm actually here to learn. And it goes back to when you're in school and your teacher always said, oh, there's no such thing as a stupid question. But in the real world, apparently there are. If I ask questions of things I don't understand about other cultures or about DNA tests or ethnicities, what happens in the comments section is that people will get angry at me. They'll curse me out. They'll call me ignorant and stupid. They will scold me on saying, you shouldn't talk about things that you don't know enough about. You shouldn't send that information off as if it's truth when you don't even know what you're talking about. And what's funny is, well, the reason I do that little disclaimer at the end is to point out the fact that I'm not pretending like I know anything. I'm just an average normal guy making observations in my limited perspective as an American. We all have our own limited perspectives. We all know more about certain things in life than other people. But it's just funny, the culture of people who leave those angry, emotional comments. I mean, and it doesn't affect me at all. I don't let other people control my emotions. I'm in control of my own emotions. But it is humorous to me that people spend so much time watching my videos about something they don't agree with, and then they call me ignorant. And to me, like, isn't that ignorant to watch a 12-minute video on something you disagree with? You know, so I just want to remind everybody, I'm not here to teach anything. I'm just more of a host. I'm just a curious guy on YouTube asking questions, because I think it's pretty fascinating that never in the history of the world could we take a DNA test and get a better glimpse of, in a sense, where we came from, and to try to understand more about the parts of the world where we did come from, which we might not have even known about before. It's a pretty simple concept. That's all I'm wanting to do with this channel. But I think maybe in a culture post-American Idol, where everyone has to be judged for everything, if I say something that's wrong, then I become the idiot. And I think this largely started when I have said things like my mom's half Mexican. I mean, people's blood pressure rises when I say that. Not everybody, but certain people get upset and angry. And even now, I probably just prompted them to again call me ignorant, to say half Mexican. Because as an American, that means something. But outside of America, people get all caught up in Mexico being a nationality, and they won't recognize that there's a certain predictable ethnic mix there. That's just one example that triggers a lot of people. And I don't say it to trigger people. I say it because in my perspective as an American, that means something to me. That makes sense, you know. But it's funny too, because like, I'm called a Nazi and a racist a lot just by talking about DNA, you know. When I talk about the fact that I do have Sephardic Jewish DNA in me, people get angry about that. People who aren't even Jewish will want to make a big argument how being Jewish isn't necessarily a religion, or they want to say it's not a DNA thing. They want to say, or vice versa. They want to people love to argue. People love to condemn each other, and I recognize that. I think most of you who are subscribed, there's nearly 1,000 of you right now, I think most of you are just here like me, just here to have fun, just to hang out and have some conversations. That's all it really is. But there's always going to be people who continue to support this channel who, in theory, hate me. They just want to tell me what an idiot I am. I mean, imagine if you're me. You're just here to have fun, but you're cursed out on a daily basis by people who tell you you're ignorant. And I think for me, being a confident person who doesn't let people emotionally affect him, I think that's my way of just kind of saying, yeah, I'm on top of it, I'm good. If I say at the end of the video, I'm ignorant, but I am open-minded, teach me what I need to know, it reinforces to those people who believe that they need to be right all the time. Because have you noticed that? Hopefully you've noticed I am not the kind of person who believes that I need to be right about everything. In fact, I assume, instead of assuming I'm right all the time, I assume I'm wrong. Because I figure there's always something new to learn. Just like the concept of, well, don't you think if I were wrong, I would know it? I'm not that guy, I'm the opposite of that. I just assume I'm wrong, teach me what I need to know. Because even if I said 100% facts about DNA, or whatever it is about culture, whatever it is, there would be someone who would still disagree with the facts because in their mind, they're right about everything. So I recognize as a YouTuber who's growing an audience that part of my demographics, and maybe let's say 5%, are going to be, they're going to be perceived as trolls, but they're ultimately fans. And they're going to curse me out, they're going to call me ignorant on a regular basis, yet they're spending their time watching all my videos, whether it's a 5-minute video or a 12-minute video, they're going to watch it and then they're going to curse me out. But I understand that that's part of kind of the ecosystem here as it works on YouTube. So there you go. Now you know the answer. That's why I say that. I am ignorant, but I am open-minded. Teach me what I need to know in the comments.